Good afternoon. I'm the chairperson of this employment tribunal hearing between Lanakshire Council and their employees regarding a dispute about equal pay. I have with me representative of the employer, Ayana, our observer, Jamal, representative of the employees, Christina, representing her colleagues, Lauren, and Desola as a trade union representative.
Yes, I would just like to confirm as the trade union representative that I have received training and access to facilities to communicate with management and with their constituents. Time was agreed during working hours to understand business issues and other information provided to learn how to engage and communicate effectively with all constituents. There's a recognised confidentiality and agreements were made to allow the union member, namely Lauren, to attend workplace meetings. I'm accompanying the worker to this hearing. For further confirmation, we have tried early reconciliation through ACAS and it proved unsuccessful.
For this, I require both representative of the employers and the employees to bring evidence and arguments supporting their positions.
According to the Equality Act 2010, a woman doing equal work with a man in the same employment is entitled to equality in pay and other contractual terms, unless the employer can show that there is a material reason for the differences, which does not discriminate on the basis of her sex. Also, any employee are entitled to know how their pay is made up, for example, if there is a bonus system, and how it's calculated. Therefore, today's hearings is to decide based on evidence if women working outside Lancashire Council were paid equally with the men working for the council who are doing work for equal value. The basis of this hearing are the facts that South Lancashire Council was accused by claimants that it awarded extra bonuses for male workers while women on the same pay grade received nothing.
For the last 6 years, my colleagues and I have been exercising our rights as women to be equally paid to our male counterparts. Currently, the men are getting awarded extra bonuses whilst women are not receiving anything. Additionally, men at the council are getting paid 16% more than women on average. So from this, my first question will be, what is the basis of the difference in pay?
So I would like to say that in line with the Equality Act 2010, which encompasses the Equal Pay Act 1970, that there has been no case of discrimination on the basis of sex. I can also say that we've been supported in this and that the job evaluation scheme rejected that we were discriminating on the basis of sex. I would say that these bonuses have been paid due to the roles being quite hard to recruit for, so we use this as a technique to motivate our employees more whilst they're in their role, to get them to maintain focused and motivated in the role and engaged.
When talking about bonus, can we make it clear if it was a contractual bonus or a discretionary bonus system?
Whilst I don't have any evidence with me to support this, it was a discretionary bonus.
Do employees know about the system?
So employees would be aware of contractual bonuses, which is available and the same to everyone, and they would be made aware of how these bonuses are calculated, yes.
Do you have a job evaluation scheme to support the bonus differentiations?
So yes, we did have a job evaluation scheme carried out, and it was rejected that there was any basis of sex discrimination.
And what additional comparators were taken into account?
On my side as the employee, we looked at other local councils in Scotland, East Ayrshire I think was the one that we looked at in particular, and we actually found that there was no difference between the genders and the pay, whereas in our Lancashire obviously there is a difference, so that was where we think our basis of the claim of discrimination lies.
So just to support our case on the management and the employer's side, we do find that whilst the initial skills to do the job may be the same, the roles that the males were undertaking at this time required them to work on social hours, but in addition to this required more physical ability as well.
What additional comparators were taken into account?
On the employee side, we looked at other local authorities within Scotland, so I think it was Ayrshire Council, and we found that there was actually no difference in between the gender pay in the comparators that we've used for in Lanakshire Council. So obviously, I think that's something you've got to answer to.
Okay, so whilst I understand that each ward or area of Scotland is quite different, so they may have not experienced maybe the same difficulties with recruitment that perhaps we have. So there could be easily explainable reasons for the differences between South Lanarkshire and East Ayrshire. I would like to state, however, that these jobs, although not the pay was not based on sex, that they provide more of a public service, more of a vital public service, taking care of the public walkway areas and things like that. So that's part of the reason that they also received discretionary bonuses, which their female counterparts did not.
I appreciate that you believe that the male counterparts do a public service, but could you not argue that we do just as much service for the public? We care for the elderly, we care for the disabled, we help those that are taxpayers in caring for the people that they can't care for all the time. So do you think that's a valid argument?
Whilst I do understand and appreciate what you have said, I would say that naturally women are perhaps more maternal and nurturing, so they are drawn to those jobs, whether it's catering, caring, cleaning, more those domestic types of roles, whereas with the men we do have to offer something extra in order to encourage them and get them into doing this type of work, and also to retain them as staff rather than to lose them to different types of employment.